This is the homework for lesson number 78 for the Arduino Uno Wi-Fi board using a MPU6050. It was actually a Gy87, but the 6050 is on board the board that came with this kit. And one of the things we have to do in order to do the pitch and roll, we have to import math, start with. And here we go. I added a couple variables, pitch degree old and roll degree old. That's so I can do the low pass filter, pitch and roll, added pitch degree and roll degree. Now, if you go down here, let me look here. We got, this is all the same stuff we've had up to now. And no point in going all over that. Okay, now, what I did for the roll, I take the arch tangent of the AX over the AZ, which gives me the radian, it gives me the value of roll in radians, and then I convert roll to degrees using this formula here, 360 divided by 2 divided by m pi. It took me a little while to figure out how to get pi with this Arduino. I finally found it. That's m_pi, which works. Okay, now what I do from that point is it's pretty ratty information coming out of this thing. So when I take roll degree equals roll degree times 9905 plus roll degree old times 0.005. This gives you very little, it gives you a low pass filter so that you put more more emphasis on the old value versus the new value. And wait a minute, I got that backwards. This should be over here because that's the original, that's the new value. Get that. Zero. And then I want to put 9.5 there, 995. And same thing goes down here. I got it backwards. And we'll go over here to this one, 995. Okay, that should fix that. And if you look at it, they'll take, this is the new data, and this is the old data. The old data will get most of the emphasis, and the new data will only get a small amount. Okay, now, same thing here. The pitch, I used the arc tangent of A over AZ, AY. And if you look at the roll is going this direction here, right? This is your roll. And that happens to line up very nicely with the x-axis because the x-axis goes this way. And pitch is the axis going this way, which happens to be y. And if you go like this, you get pitch, minus pitch this way, positive pitch this way. Okay, now let's go down in here. Here I just printed pitch, roll pitch, the pitch degrees and the roll degrees. And then I put in 90 minus 90 just to pin this guy, pin the oh, darn, why do I have trouble with that thing? pin the serial plotter so it doesn't go in auto scale. And of course I got here, I put all this stuff down and I print it on my OLED. And if you look, you can see, well, you kind of can see. I don't know if you can really focus on that, but right now if I put it level and adjust this thing because it's not very well adjusted here. There we go. Anyhow, 0, 0. And if I go this way, I get approximately 45 degrees. You can see on the serial plotter that I've got approximately 45 degrees plus. And if I go negative 45, it'll be close to the same thing on the negative side. Same thing with roll. Roll positive is left. I got that like 45 degrees right about there. And I do 45 degrees this way. Anyhow, that's my pitch and my roll. And I appreciate you doing these videos, Paul. And I look forward to next week's. Thank you. Bye.